Morning, Mike. All right, I do have the risk disclosure up, guys, as we wait for folks to join us here. So you're more than welcome to review the risk disclosure as we're waiting for folks to join us. Okay. Good morning, Tron. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Frizo. Or Frizu. I don't know. Sure. All right, so just a reminder, guys. Hey, good morning, Christian. Just a reminder, guys. The don't be shy with the likes and the subscribes. Subscribes mainly to alert you of when I'm online. I do this on every morning. Okay, review the markets prior to the New York session. So I'd encourage everyone to hit the subscribe button if right? So hit the subscribe button if you want to be alerted of when I provide these, okay? And also hit the like button if the content supports your journey, supports your trading, supports your trading for the day, okay? So I do have the risk disclosure up. Again, guys, I'm not here in any sort of investment advisory capacity. The information I'm providing you is to be used at your own risk, okay? I'm not here to offer, solicit, to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, instrument, or fund. Okay. We all understand that future trading does carry a fair amount of risk. All right. And it's not for every investor. Right. And that we should be only using risk capital when we engage with the markets, basically money that we can otherwise afford to lose without impacting our lifestyle. Okay. All right. So now that we've gotten the gist of the risk disclosure, hey, Joe, we're going to go ahead and get started here with what we normally get started with, and that's the news. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing here for a second, and I'm going to pull up the investing.com site. All right. And I'm going to focus my attention here on, getting the news up. All right. Hey, Sergey. So let's filter this out for US. We're going to clear all. We are going to select US. We are going to select 2 and 3-star events. All right. We're going to apply here. We're going to go back to the top here. And we've already had a slew of news come into the markets. All right. Seems to, I do that every time. I try to get rid of screens and it just resets me. Interesting. Okay, let's do this one more time, guys. Apologize for that. I was just trying to get that little window away from me, and that window just reset everything. All right, here we go. Click apply. All right, so we had a fair amount of news already come onto the markets. So far, it looks like it's had not a negative effect on the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ. Maybe a positive, even a positive effect on the dollar here. Okay. Well, not the dollar, on the gold, the negative effect on the dollar. Okay. So fair amount of news has already, we had initial jobless claims come out. We had GDP come out. Okay. So these all came in right around forecast. Okay. Initial jobless claims also came down. So what do we have in store for us? Well, there's really, I don't see anything in the horizon. All right. That, could potentially, we do have some Fed bank results coming in, balance sheets coming in, but these are all kind of 2-star events and they're happening later in the cycle. Again, Alejandro, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would expect that once this data becomes available, that participants are going to engage in the markets as soon as it becomes available, right? It usually happens pretty fast. News events don't linger for too long. In some cases, we feel like the data has already come out, right? So, and because the market has already moved, right? Bonjour. All right. All right. So again, not much in the way of news, okay? In the horizon here that could affect the market. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at start with the markets here, okay? So we're start with the market that we always start with, okay? If for each one of these sessions, just because it's already opened, right? And we want to be able to, I guess, act as early as we can, all right? And that is the gold market, right? So the gold market, so the news event that happened, I guess has supported another kind of upward move on the gold, right? Yes, don't be shy with the likes, guys. If this again, if this content resonates, if it supports your efforts in understanding the markets, I echo Miss Health comment here and encourage you guys to hit the like button. Again, if you want to be alerted of when these sessions, and there might be more future sessions in store here, right? So I'm kind of entertaining the possibility of other sessions in the future, and if you want to be alerted of them, and subscribing is a good way to go about it. All right, subscribe and hit the is it the alert button or alert star, I guess, that you need to select there on YouTube. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the charts here. I'm gonna disable some of these things on the onset here. I don't need ADR levels just yet. I'm just going to take a quick look at the daily chart. And again, guys, we've been in this kind of consolidation range in gold. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. It's kind of like a little bit of a melodrama here. Really, we don't know what direction the market, or in this case, the gold market wants to go. It's still kind of in this rather large consolidation pattern. This is a triangle. Is this an ascending wedge? Is this a symmetric triangle? Your guess is as good as mine. What I will say is that we are in consolidation. Okay, we are in a very defined range in the market, right? So if we're in a very defined range in the market, we can't really go into the market with a lot of how we say trend-based kind of ideas. Now, I will say, okay, as I've said, I think in the past, this 2311, or maybe as low as 2307 is an area of demand. Okay, so while it remains an area of demand and price continues to respect it, right? Price does not close into this area. Okay, as long as price continues to respect this area, we need to continue to respect it for upside movement. Okay, we have a very much a developing bullish engulfing. We won't know whether this is going to remain engulfing or not, right? This is engulfing because it basically embraces the entire prior candle. Okay, so we don't know whether this is going to continue to close as a bullish engulfing, but that would be a positive indicator for future prices to head higher, back up to 2370, 2390, maybe as high as 2400 or 2450. Okay, so daily chart in consolidation, but in an area of demand. All right, so 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. We're kind of taking a magnifying glass to that engulfing candle that we saw on the daily, and lo and behold, we have a series. Okay, we have a series of bullish candles coming up against our orange line, which represents our 233-day EMA. Okay, we have our daily VWAP, not daily. This is, I think, an anchor VWAP from some prior event. I'm not exactly sure. It might have been maybe CPI or something along those lines. We have a anchor VWAP, this item in purple. Okay, that represents our anchored VWAP. We're below that, but we are above our daily VWAP, and we also above settlement price. Okay, so we have a couple of indicators that indicate that we may see higher prices in this market. Right now, the only thing that I will say is that we are, as funny as it may sound, we are, priced as soon as we feel like, oh, it's time to participate in this market, we're up against a supply zone, okay, a resistance area, right? As soon as we start to feel like, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This market is going to go to the moon. Okay, I'm going to participate in this, and what does it do? It runs into a brick wall. Okay, we have a series of candles here that would indicate that maybe it won't be easy, okay, to cross this, but assuming that we do, then we open the door, right? We open the door for higher prices. Okay, as soon as we start to feel like, hey, we found the market, we found that trading market that's going to head higher, we realize that looking at the higher time frame, we have a fence line of sellers here. Okay, fence line of sellers just waiting for some buyers to come in to take the market down. Okay, let's move on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart, same kind of story, more candles. Okay, we're up against this supply zone. We're above some of the indicators that we use here to arrive at sentiment here. Trying to see if I can get back my my candle here. There it is, my blue candle, not candle, but my arrow here. Okay, so we're up against supply. Okay, this area in red. So the expectation is that sellers could step in anywhere in this area. Okay, anywhere looking to the left, anywhere in this area, we could have sellers take over the market and bring it back down. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our standard volume profile analysis here. Okay, we're going to locate the let's see, today is Thursday, so Wednesday. We're going to locate the 830 bar right here. Okay, going to drag that across to the 430 bar. Okay, I always have to do mental gymnastics to myself because I am in the Pacific Coast, and I know most of you and most in the markets are in either Central Time or Eastern Time. So I always have to do this kind of mental kind of gymnastics for myself here. So, okay, so it's a good exercise. It keeps the mind fresh. All right. Let's see. So we are above value. Okay. We have a lot of bullish price action in overnight, a lot of bulls. Okay. A lot of bulls in the market here. Okay. Now, since we are coming up on supplies, okay, again, we're kind of wondering whether, we might see a little bit of a retracement. Okay. And if we do see a retracement, well, if I'm a bull, VWAP would be a nice area to participate in the market. Value area high would be a nice area to participate in the market. Not only is it value area high, but it's also settlement price. Okay. All right. So let's start opening up some of our other levels that we care about right now. This area here in this kind of brick red color here. Okay. That is average daily range. Okay. And often in a normal environment, that offers us reversals. Okay. But we've already smashed through it. Okay. If we smashed through ADR, chances are we are looking at more of a sustained auction to the upside because whether it's news driven or whatever it is, this area was not respected in a more, I guess, average sense. Not maybe average is not the best word. In a normal environment, we would expect price to reverse off of this range because this measures the volatility of the market. Okay, this gives us a sense of how much this instrument generally moves. Well, if this instrument generally moves in this range and we broke that level to the upside, well, what can we expect? Well, the expectation is that we may be in a sustained auction to the upside, right? We have some momentum to the upside. All right. So let's call out some of these levels nonetheless, because whatever became support may be whatever was resistant will become supportive later in the session. All right. So what's our ADR high here? So with ADR levels, so we're going to go ADR high here at let's just call it the bottom end of this range at 23.25. Okay, 23.25. 25.2. Okay, my bottom end of the range is 22.94. ADR low, 22.94. Okay, my settlement price, yeah, my EMA setting is 233. Okay, 233. It's a 233 day EMA. All right. So EMA, well, no, sorry, settlement, okay, is 2313.2, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off average daily range, and I'm going to turn on average session range. All right. So average session range, again, has gotten smashed to the upside, okay? So here we are at on the high end at 2318.2, okay? And then we have ADR low here at 2297, 2297.6. Okay. Now, some of you may be wondering, I don't know, some of you may be wondering what's the difference between ADR and ASR? Well, ADR is a daily comparison, regardless of market. Okay. New York, Asia, London. Doesn't make a difference. We do a comparison. We do a look back of the ranges, high and low for that day. We do an average and we come up with these ranges. Average session range is New York to New York comparison. Okay. What's the range? What's the range for New York? We do a look back of 7 days and 14 days and come up with our average session range. All right. So there's a little bit of instruction there for you guys who are still wondering exactly what the differences are between ADR and ASR. Okay. All right. So what to make of this market? Okay. Well, so if I am of the bullish variety, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on ADR because that's actually closer to the market here. Okay. Um, I am, potentially if I'm looking to participate to the long side, well, I need to see if I can find a reference level. I have EMA here that could serve as a good reference level. I have VWAP, and I have both the top end of ADR and the top end of ASR as areas for me to participate in the longs, right? Okay, that would be a few scenarios, some reference levels. Okay, we have EMA where we're at right now. The only concern that I have with participating here is that I'm dealing with a supply level above me. This level right here, okay, to the left could be resistant, right? And if it's resistant, well, I really need to clear it, right, before I can feel like I have clear sailing to the upside. Not only that, I do have some other ADR high levels from earlier, right? So this whole area, okay, this whole area is ripe for potential of sellers coming in and stepping in the market. Is that to say that the market cannot go higher? No. Okay. I determined the supply level based on prior action. Okay. So this was actually generated on the 4-hour chart. Okay. So anytime I see any sort of consolidation area, Alejandro, okay, if you look at this at the 4-hour chart, you will see that this area was represented with a lot of chop. Okay. And as a result of this lot of chop, the price didn't moved away from it in one direction. Once it moves away from it in one direction, okay, then the expectation is that when price comes back to this area, right, that it would be potentially resistant. Well, we're seeing some signs of that already, right? We are seeing a selling wick, right, indicating that maybe there might be some sellers that are nibbling in this area, right, because they feel like they're surrounded by their friends, right? They have the resources to pull price back down. Okay, all right. So I gave you a few bullish scenarios, not bullish, yeah, bullish scenarios, right? I have some reference levels that I can use to support my bullish trade, right? Because again, market does not move in a straight line; it kind of staircases its way up, right? So why do I need to be part of the top of the staircase, right? If I'm in a defined trend, right? Let it be at the bottom end of that channel. All right. I'm a big channel guy. Yeah, for those who already know me, right? Well, if I'm going to participate in this market, let it be on the bottom end of this channel. Why do I need to participate in the top end of the channel? If I participate in the top end of the channel, I'm carrying a fair amount of risk, more risk than I need to necessarily take. Okay. Yes, I am the Mr. Channel guy, right? I love my channels. Okay, I love my channels, and I love me some VWAPs. Give me channels, give me VWAPs, and off we go. All right. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing in the markets, guys. This area right here, could this be an area where we could potentially consider some shorts? Absolutely. If I'm going to go down that path, let it be around the top end of this range. Let it be around the areas that I see evidence of selling. Let it be in an area where I don't have to take so much risk, right? Because if I do participate in a short trade, okay, well, technically my stop should be above the swing, okay? Again, that's a fair amount of risk, right? So if it begins to kind of grind higher, higher, and higher, right? Hey, Frank, buenos dias. If it continues to grind higher and higher, higher, well, this would be a prime location to potentially fade this market back down. Okay. So again, it's all about managing risk. We talk all the time, right? We're not traders, we're risk managers. We're trying to figure out areas where we can participate in the market without having to take a whole lot of risk. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. It looks to me that the market is a bit bullish, right? We're starting to break some structure here, right? We've broken some resistance here, broken some resistance here, broken some resistance, and about to break some resistance here. Okay. We'll go ahead and turn on initial balance. Okay. So this initial balance range, I don't know why it's in gray, but we'll turn that on to blue. Okay. Oops. Style is, where is it? All right. So there's my range. Okay. Let's see if I can call out, make this a little bit bigger, large and in charge. Okay. All right. So there we have it, right? So we have the initial balance range right now. The initial balance range seems to be, relatively in line, maybe a little bit wider than normal, but relatively in line. Okay. So I may be looking for an opportunity. If I do get some initiative price action to leave initial balance, then I can use the top end of initial balance to support my trade going long. Okay. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait to see where the market participants want to take the market. Are they going to use this supply zone and initial balance high for opportunities to the downside, or are they going to the feeling is that they have enough resources to continue to bring the market up? If that's the case, let them prove to me, right? Let them prove to me that they have the resources to break some of these levels, right? IB high in this case, break this level, and then maybe I can participate on retracement back at the IB high level that currently stands at 2337.7. We still have another 30 minutes before that initial balance window closes. Okay. All right. Just taking a peek here to see if there's any questions on gold. Any questions on gold before I move to the correlated market in platinum? Okay. Still seeing a little bit light on the likes, guys. If again, guys, anything is going to support you in your trading, I encourage you guys again, what type of candlestick or indicator you will look at for what, Alejandro? So if I'm going to be looking, so if I'm going to be looking for some sort of retracement in price, right? Well, what does a retracement in price indicate? If I'm looking for, say, a sell, right, in this market, well, I have a reference level, right? I have a reference level here. Now, the question is, I'd like to see some indication, some structure to indicate that they can take the price back down. So I want to begin to see a series of candles here, right? I want to see evidence that they're trying to bring it up and it keeps failing. So I want to see some price action that indicates they're not basically I'm wondering, are they able to create a supply zone here, like a mini children's zone here, not allowing price to make a new high, right? So I'm seeing some market structure to indicate that they want to take this market higher. Well, if I'm going to fade this market, if I'm going to look for a sell, I need to begin to see some market structure that would indicate they can take the price lower. Simple as that, Alejandro. Okay. I want to see some evidence that the participants are here, that sellers are here, selling wicks, things of that nature. All right. Let's move on to platinum. Okay, which is kind of a correlated market. I've started to kind of use correlated markets to kind of sub, because sometimes we get into situations where one correlated market is lagging the other. If I get a sneak peek of where the market participants want to take the market, but they haven't applied it to the correlated market, well, I've just gotten a little bit of an edge to participate in something that it might be lagging. All right. So that's kind of why we look at these correlated markets. All right. So let's go ahead and again, we'll just take a quick peek at the daily. All right. Again, we're trying to get we're doing a little bit of, I would say, kind of market structure kind of analysis here, right? We're trying to get a sense for where do they want to take the market? What are the market participants trying to do with platinum? All right. So I'm just going to move some of these things away. So this is something I had here before. All right. So we're going to go ahead and turn off ADR. I'm going to leave my channels. Okay. Because channels are an objective way for me to gauge sentiment, right? If I'm above a bearish channel that is supporting structure to the upside, well, let me ask you, what direction is this market trying to head? Let me ask you guys, what direction is this headed? Come on now, Alejandro, you've been active. Tell me what direction? Up, right? If market's up, if the market's up on the daily, right? Bullish, correct. Should I be looking for shorts? Right? The higher level time frame is telling me I should be looking for bullish opportunities. Do you think I'm better served in aligning myself with the daily or the 4-hour chart in that direction on the lower time frame? Absolutely. Those are the best trades, right? Now, can I take trades counter? Yes, but I have to realize that the market structure is headed to the upside, right? And that I should mute my expectations. All right. So we have daily telling us higher pricing. All right. 4-hour chart. Okay. We're going to turn off initial balance. Okay. Again, similar kind of thing. The down moves are grinders, right? The move we're getting down here is a grinding move, right? Is these set of candles indications that the sellers have taken control of the market? Not until they break some structure here. This is still very much in the control of the bulls, right? I'm still inside this kind of Maribozu like kind of candle, right? And if I can't get sellers to break this low, why should I? If market participants can't show me that they cannot break below a single candle to the downside, why should I be the first one to try it? Let market participants who move markets tell me that they can move it. Then I want to grab by their coattails. All right. Don't be the one. Don't try to lead the effort. Try to see if you can react to it in a quickest fashion as possible. So I'm not seeing anything here that would indicate to me that we are in a serious down move, right? Yeah, exactly, right? All right. So 30-minute chart, right? I'm not here just to give analysis. I'm a closet comedian, Alejandro. I'm a closet comedian. All right. Here we go. So 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Let's see. We have settlement price above us. We have the average daily range. We have the average daily range here as well. We have an anchor VWAP. So a little bit mixed here, right? We have some indications we're right in the middle of it, right? All right. So let's go ahead and start with our volume profile analysis here. Okay. And we're going to go ahead, just like we did before. We're going to locate well, actually, yeah, we're going to go ahead and locate the 830 bar from Wednesday. All right. We're going to drag that across, okay, to the 430 bar. And here we are. Okay. Gold. All right. Okay. So this is an example here, right? Gold shot through the roof, right? Shot higher, right? This is not looking as bullish as gold, right? And if they're correlated, well, what's the reasonable expectation to expect? If it's a correlated market, then the expectation is that it's going to follow gold at some point, right? Tron is just suggesting I should stick to my trading job. I think I'll do just that. Okay. Up, right? So maybe we have an opportunity here. It's coming down to some levels that could be supportive. That's aligned with gold. That maybe there's an opportunity here. Maybe off of this anchor VWAP, right, or this EMA that would offer me a bullish opportunity to the upside. They're correlated, right? They're correlated, much like ES and NQ. Sometimes platinum leads, sometimes gold leads, right? Sometimes ES leads, sometimes and Nasdaq leads, but they're correlated. Eventually, they follow the same direction. They follow the same sentiment, right? Okay. Yes, platinum is gold's expensive sister. Exactly. Couldn't have said that better myself. All right. So let's go ahead and call out some of these ADR levels, right? Levels that we can maybe lean on, right? Well, lo and behold, looky, what cookie? We're right up against what? Who can tell me what this level is? What's this level right here? Good morning, DX Corp. You're late. Detention, DX Corp. Who could tell me what this level is? This is ADR low. Is price having trouble getting below ADR low? Is price having trouble getting below ADR low? I see wicks. Do I see bodies? No bodies below ADR. Am I? Right? So I don't know. I might be in a relatively good location, right? I might be in a relatively good location for a move to the upside. Okay. Now, my opinion will change if what? My opinion will change if what? We have to be fluid, guys, right? Yeah. If my opinion will change if we get a close below ADR low. Okay. But right now, given what I'm seeing in gold, I need to see if I can locate an area where maybe I can participate in this move. Maybe it's this VWAP level down below. Maybe it's this demand zone that I see on the right down here, right? There's a demand zone here that I could maybe lean on a little bit, okay? If candles close below ADR, chances are maybe we head lower. Maybe we head down to this demand level. I'm not necessarily embracing necessarily a sell, because a sell here would mean what? Am I paying retail or am I paying a discount? Alejandro, you are my star student who is engaging in chat. Is this a retail sell or a discount sell? Retail, discount. Am I paying a discount if I participate in this area right here? It's a discount. I would, Alejandro, I would say that a discount sell would be up at this level. This is a discount sell up here, up in this area. I'm not paying too much, or I'm not taking on too much risk. If I take a sell here, well, I have to at least consider putting my stop up at this level. Not that anybody would, right? Not that anybody would, but this is my risk. This is the swing. Okay, does that make sense? This is a discount buy, not a retail sell. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, Alejandro. All right, let's call out these ADR levels, because I'm taking them. This is becoming more of a training than a review of market session. All right, so let's go ahead and do ADR high here. Yeah, if I'm shorting at these levels, I'm paying retail. Yes, because if I want to participate in the sell, I want to manage my risk. I want to manage my risk by selling strength, by selling at levels where I can manage my risk. If I'm wrong, I'm not risking all that much. If I'm wrong here, I mean, I could put my stop here, but technically I need to go as close to the pivot of the swing when we change character. All right, yeah. Don't worry, Alejandro. Everyone who's been in this room has had to respond to questions, and you've been active, and I do appreciate that. All right. So let's go ahead and call out our ADR levels here. All right. So So we have ADR high, right? This is a reference level at 1042, 1042.6, 1042.6. All right. We got ADR low here at where we're at right now. Okay. 1017.7. Okay. Settlement price is 1020. Is that 26 or 36? Looks like 36. 36.1. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my average daily range and turn on average session range. Okay. These are these smaller lines. I'm going to I turned it off. Perfect. All right. So I have right where I needed it. All right. So we have 1029 dot not 1029.9 as my ASR high. My ASR low is 1014.4. 1014.4. All right. 14.4. All right. Yes. Alejandro, you need to vote. You need to vote for it. Tron will support you. Okay. But yes, you need to vote for it. Get it up on the list, guys. All right. So let's see. We got our ADR. We're inside ADR. Okay. Well, let's turn off ASR for a minute. Okay, because ASR could be another level. Okay, that could be supportive here. All right. So let's open up ADR. Okay, and let's close down ASR here for a second. All right. Now, what's one scenario? Well, one scenario we've already talked about. I'm not seeing that price action right now. This is not price action that I would like to support a long in. Okay. Yes, vote for Pedro. Right. This is not price action that I'd like to entertain a long. All right. But if I were to entertain a long, this would be a good reference level to support that long. Okay. Because I could put my stop below here and look for maybe an opportunity that takes us back up to settlement price. Wouldn't that be a nice trade? Okay. If I'm bearish, well, I could take on a trade here. I do have a reference level, in this case, the daily VWAP, that it's below. I do have some things in its way, right? I do have some things that could come in the way of this. I'm coming into, guys, imagine this. I'm coming into a bar, all right? I'm coming into a bar of, let's say, I don't know, pick your sport team, right? If you're a Ram fan, I am a Ram fan, by the way. Okay. And let's say that you're coming into a bar that's full of 49er fans. Are you going to be feeling too comfortable in this area? Right? I've just come into a bar full of 49er fans. Am I going to be comfortable? Right? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm going to be guarded, right? So any expectation I have to the downside, I have to manage accordingly. My reasonable expectation for this trade to the downside would be this demand level. I can't expect any more than that, right? Now, could it go lower? Absolutely, but we don't know. We don't know, right? Sellers could flame out here, right? This is something I drew on a 30-minute chart. Do you see this level here, DX? Do you see this swing that we got from here, right? We got this swing. This is the first time is actually technically testing it, right? So if I'm a seller, I could take a short here, but my expectation is that it's going to reach 10-12 and potentially bounce, right? Okay. All right. We got our levels. So we have that. So we talked about a couple. For me, given what I know about gold, I'm going to be holding out for that potential bounce off of this level. That's just me. I don't see, there's not enough risk reward in this trade, right? There's not enough reward to risk in this trade to participate. That's just my humble opinion. All right. All right. No questions on platinum. I need to kind of speed up here. Otherwise, we're going to be here till 8 o'clock or later. Let's see. Let's move on to crude oil. Crude oil. All right. Okay. Here we are. Daily chart. Again, we always start with the same kind of analysis, right? We start macro and then move micro, because I think a large reason that we struggle as traders is that we are too micro focused. We are too laser focused on what that little time frame, that little candle is saying on the 1 minute chart. That's going to tell me exactly where the market is going. If we want to know where the market is headed, look at the daily, look at the 4 hour, look at the hour. That's telling you the direction, general direction where the market is going. That 1 minute chart that's oscillating between bearish and bullish, that's the wrong chart to be looking at direction. All right. If you want to get a general feel for the direction of the market, look at the higher time frame. All right. So given that, Alejandro, my star student, what direction are we headed? Daily chart. What is that direction? Alejandro, rápido. Alejandro, ¿dónde estás? Anyone? What direction are we headed? Up, right? Up. All right. 4 hour chart. What direction? Well, if daily's up, chances are 4 hours up, correct? Up. Crude oil's up, right? Look at the volume. Right? We're getting a little bit of sideways action. I agree. A little bit of sideways action. We're kind of peaking above. Here a little bit. If we do manage to break some structure to the left, all right? If we do manage to break the structure to the left-hand side, right? You're welcome, sharks. If we do manage to break structure here to the left-hand side, maybe we have another leg up in store. It's currently rangy. I would agree. All right. 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. Let's widen this up because Alejandro needs to see. All right. He needs to see the markets because Alejandro has some shoes to buy for grandma. All right. We need to buy some shoes for grandma. Alejandro, I'm joking. Okay. No, nothing personal. I'm sure grandma is very nice. And I'm sure everybody's grandma is nice. Right. Okay. Excellent. All right, Alejandro. I like your reaction. So I'm going to continue. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's start with volume profile here. We're going to go ahead. And again, the crude oil market opens up at what time? What time does crude oil open? Come on, guys. This is a pop quiz. What time does the crude oil market open? 9 a.m. Eastern. All right, perfect. So we're gonna select that as our starting point for our volume profile. Drag that across to the 430 bar, and okay, and there we are. Okay, so where are we in the market? Well, we are above value. What does above value mean? Well, that we have initiative price action, that we have bulls in the market, that the bulls are in control. That's what it means. Okay, so what am I going to use as a reference level? Well, lo and behold, we have something called value area high. All right, this line right here, that is going to be supportive. Look at how it was supportive. We shot through value area. Okay, and where did it stop? Guys, I do not make this stuff up, right? There's a reason I have value area. There's a reason I have initial balance up on my charts, because they provide reference level where I can manage what, Alejandro? What do these reference levels provide me? Alejandro, you've been great. What do these reference levels provide? What do these reference levels provide me? It provides me an area. It provides me an area to manage my risk. All right. Okay. So let's take a look now. Let's open up. Yeah, it's key support. Exactly. All right. So here we have the initial balance range. All right. Let's go ahead and start calling out some of these levels. Okay. So we have we're already up against ADR high. Okay. So our ADR high level here is ADR high. Cheap trades. Yeah, exactly. Areas where we have lower risk. You got it, Alejandro. Right? So ADR high. So we're already at it. Okay. 81.65. We've already exceeded it to some degree. Okay. But what happened when we tried to exceed it? It was met with sellers. Guys, that does not happen by accident. Okay. We're using statistics to our favor, right? Math always helps us. as much as you like, as my students don't like to think. Okay, so it's not ASR high, it's ADR high. All right, so ADR high. All right, ADR low here. All right, so ADR low is down over here at this level here. That's 80.07. Okay, 80.07. We got settlement at 80.90, 80.90. Okay, and then we're going to go turn off ADR, turn off ASR, or turn on ASR. All right, and also ASR up above us here. It's at a past level ASR. Okay, so let's see, 82.30 ASR to the upside, 81.06. Another reference level that we can consider. All right. Okay, so what are we going to do with this market? What are some hypos? Well, we are reacting right now away from prior ASR level. Is that going to produce a 30-minute bar? If so, then maybe we move back down to 81.06. All right, maybe we come back and retest this value area high. Okay, if price ends up closing back inside value, what kind of play is that? What kind of play is that? If price comes back into value, come on now, my veterans, don't disappoint. Alejandro has been answering. He's been carrying you guys all session. Well, yeah, it's not quite a failed auction. Failed auction would be a break of initial balance, and then we fail. This would be more of a value area acceptance. Yes, value area traversal. Exactly, Matthew. Star goes to Matthew in this case. It would be value area acceptance because this is value from the prior day. A failed auction would be initial balance related, right? If we make an attempt to break initial balance to the upside and we come back into initial balance, that would be a failed auction. All right. Okay, so we got our levels. We got our, I guess, hypos. Well, we have one hypo here that could take us back down, right? We're seeing some reaction off of ASR, right? That could be a bearish trade to the downside, all right? If I'm bullish, well, I have 81.06. I have 81.66, which I've exceeded, all right? I believe. Yeah, 81.66, right? Right? This level up here could also be supportive, right? For a continuation move to the upside. All right. So those are just a couple of scenarios. Again, I'm going to be patient, right? I'm going to wait for this initial balance range to kind of establish itself. I'm not interested in taking any trades inside initial balance. Okay. Unless I have a relatively wide initial balance range. Then at that point, maybe I participate in the edges. But until then, let the market participants be the leaders. Okay. Do not try to front load or to front run the participants. They'll bite you, right? They have teeth, right? What's ADR high? ADR high is right here, 81.66. ADR high is 81.66, okay? All right, so do not front run. Wait for initiative price action to leave either up or down, okay? Then you participate. Right? Do not play in Bigfoot and Bigfoot Sisters playground. This is all tug of war in here. Do not play there. This is where combines come to die. All right. I do not, Alejandro. I am not an opening range kind of guy. Right. So Alejandro, when I did opening range, I had hair. All right. So, do you have hair, Alejandro? Do you want to keep your hair? All right. Guys, I'm in a rare mood today, so I apologize in advance, but I am in a rare mood. Daily. Okay. All right. Thank you, Alejandro. You're the only one that says that. All right. Tron keeps telling me I should stick to trading and nothing else. He doesn't think I could be a comedian. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. Like I said, maybe stand-up comedy is still in my future here. All right. So what's going on with the daily here on the crude oil? Well, Are we making new highs or making new lows? Come on now. Quick, quick, quick. Making new highs, making new lows. In RBOB, sorry. Making new highs, making new lows. Are we going to pay higher at the pump or lower at the pump? We're going to pay higher at the pump, guys. Sorry, maybe except for maybe Texas. They have a stronghold on price over there. I'll try. I think I can work a crowd a little bit. All right. So yeah, so daily is giving us indications that maybe price is wanting to go higher. We're starting to see some structure broken to the upside. So daily, I would say, is up. 4 hour equally. Let's see. I'm going to turn off initial balance here. Okay, turn it off. Go away. All right. Okay. Come on now. Do I have another one out there? There you go. Okay. So what am I seeing on the 4 hour? Well, similar to what I was seeing on the, I'm going to take this away here because it looks like we're about to break it. Okay. So what am I seeing? Okay. Well, similar kind of price action. If I go from left to right, am I up or down? Well, up, right? So if I'm up, market structure is to the upside. 30-minute chart. Okay. Going to do our volume profile dance here. Okay. We're gonna find our partner here. So where's my 830 partner? Number 830. Right. No, not 830. I should be looking at 9 right there. Okay. Drag that across. Okay. So where are we in reference to value? Up, above it, below it, inside it? What? Or above it. Okay. Above it, meaning that bulls are in control, meaning that chances are we could see higher prices in this market. Okay. Again, value area high is going to be an area where we could participate. Guys, does this look similar? Did we not see the same kind of thing happen in crude oil? Did price not come up and come back down and reverse away from value area high? Guys, I do not make this stuff up. All right. It happens. It's real. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and call out some of these levels. We've already exceeded ADR high. Okay. Correlation. Yes, there is correlation between gasoline futures and oil. Okay. We see it. It's witnessed. We witness it on the charts. Now, if one is lagging over the other, could that be an indication to maybe work with the lagger? Okay. And see how he might be able to benefit? Absolutely. All right. So we got ADR high here, 2.54, 2.5449. ADR low. ADR low here at what is that? 24969. 2.4969. Settlement 2.5245. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn off ADR. I'm going to turn on ASR. Okay. Here we are. We got 2.5274. 2.5274. 2.5274, which we're already reacting away from. All right. And then we have on the top end, which we also reacted already, is 256.74. Okay. Oh, no, 256.47. Sorry. Okay. So here we are. So similar to a crude oil. Okay. So what am I going to be looking for? Well, the market is telling me that I should be looking for bullish trades. Let me go ahead and open up initial balance. All right. So initial balance is not only going to break initial balance high, but it's also, if it's going to go higher, it's going to break ASR high. Okay. So I definitely want to see price break above. Okay. If I'm long, right? Break above, and then maybe I participate on the downside. Okay. Right. Yeah. It opens 30 minutes after gold. Right. Okay. So if I'm going to participate in long, let it break this level and I participate at IB high. Okay. If I'm interested in short, well, I have a reference level, right? I have IB high and ASR high, right? I enter my short, put my stop, and I look for a move maybe down to IB low, maybe all the way down to ASR low. All right, we could end up in a range, right? Quite possible today. All right. All right. Let's see. So long above, okay, or maybe down at this level, okay. Short, well, short, I'm already there, okay. Back down. Also, I have value area high. That's also another level that could support a long, okay. If I get a close back inside value, we know the drill, right? Value area, special situation. We traverse the entire range of value. All right. Whew. Last two markets, the markets that never stop. Okay, it's like Vegas. Nasdaq is like Vegas, open 24/7. Okay, all right. Daily. All right, so daily. Okay, here we are. Okay, so everybody was saying, "Oh, look, it broke his channel to the downside. We are headed lower." No, not yet. Not yet. Not here. Not today. Okay. Yes, too many markets. Too many markets. Not enough time. All right. So we are still, I guess technically we did take a peak lower and it was met with buyers. Where are we at today? Well, we're above our anchor VWAP. We're above our daily VWAP. Where is my settlement price? Oh, it doesn't have it. Okay. So have to say that we're either up or ranging in NASDAQ. Okay. Up or ranging, right? We're starting to see a little bit overlapping candles here. Okay. If we start to break some structure to the upside, if we break 20,092, well, guess what? We're making another leg higher, guys. Maybe we're going to come back to the highs, 20,400. All right. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart telling us the same kind of thing, right? We're about to break some structure to the upside here. Okay. This is a structure here, right? We're starting to turn from a bearish to bullish, right? We're starting to break some price structure. Look to the left. What do I mean by structure? Look to the left. Okay. That will tell us what kind of character this market is moving towards. So the character of this market is changing from bearish, right? This area here to bullish. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart following suit here. Okay. Let's go ahead, and looks like the market's already open here, guys. I do apologize. I generally like to have this done and wrapped and folded and in a bow by the start of the New York session, but running a little bit over since all my interactions and all these questions I'm getting from Alejandro kind of slow me down today. All right. Where is it? Wednesday. Wednesday. All right, here we are. Okay, so we're going to locate the 930 bar. Boom, there it is. Drag that across to the 1330 bar. Boom, there it is. Okay, so where are we? Well, we open on the very high end of value, right? And look what we did. Well, we're shooting up like a rocket. Okay, we're breaking levels, right? We broke the prior daily range, and we're up against ADR and potentially ASR, right? And we broke it. We touched it right at the open, right? So what is that telling us? What is that telling us? Should I be looking to fade this market, guys? Is this the time to fade it? It looks like my folks are all sleeping on me. All right, maybe. Okay, so here we are. We are up against this level. I wouldn't necessarily fade this market unless I got a little bit of structure that indicated to me that it was possible. Okay, right? We don't fade something that is driving higher. Maybe. Oh no, I'm not going to go there. If we see a Maribozu candle, we don't necessarily want to fade that. Okay. That's not a candle we want to fade. We want to fade dojis, right? We want to fade candles that are a lot smaller than this. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and call out these levels because we're not getting any closer to securing grandma any shoes here. Okay. So ADR high is 2064.25. We got ADR low. Okay. At what is this? We got overlapping things. This is causing a little bit of all right, there's better. Cleaner. All right. Cleaner is better. Okay. And then we got ADR low here at 19,826, 19,826, 19,826, 826.75. Okay, we got settlement 20,012.50. Okay, now we're going to go open up our ASR, which are actually quite close. We got 20,084, 20,084.50. Okay, and then we have ADR low here at 19,896.50. All right. All right. So given that we are above value, all right, given that we have a Maribozu candle developing, my first hypo has to be to what side? What side of the market should we be looking at first, guys? Come on now. Up. So if I'm looking for an up move, all right, what is the closest reference level that I have to support an up move if I'm not an opening range kind of trader? Well, it looks like I may have an opportunity if it closes above that I can use this ADR high as an opportunity for a long, right? That's one area. The other areas are settlement price, VWAP. Okay, I'm kind of inclined to do an anchored VWAP here at this low here, all right, to support this current up move, all right? So I'm going to do an anchored VWAP, all right? So there's my anchored VWAP, right? That would be another area, right? Another area that could support a long. If I'm bearish, well, I need to look to the left. I need to look to the left, and I have to look to the left a long way to find some levels here, okay? So I need to look at some higher time frame structure to see if that offers me. I have to look to see if I have. I'm just going to quickly look at the 4-hour to see if there's any level here. All right, that would offer me an opportunity to sell. Well, guess what, guys? 20,311 is the next stop. Maybe this ADR level from prior could also be an area, right? So 20,143. 20,178. These are all reference levels that potentially could serve as reversal spots. But since we're kind of breaking structure to the upside, I would temper my expectations. Yes, yesterday's high of day. Yes, those are all reasonable areas to look for a short. But again, guys, you have to temper your expectations on how far that trade can go, right? Because structure is telling us not short. It's telling us long, right? Head north. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and close this off. Okay. I know Alejandro is just waiting for me to say thank you, and so that he can move on with his day, and he doesn't have to put up with my poor jokes. All right. Let's see. Ding. All right. So same deal here, guys, right? What direction are we trying to get? What direction are we trying to go? We're trying to go higher. ES, trying to go higher. Very similar to what we were seeing. Okay. We're very similar to what we were seeing, right? In the NASDAQ, right? We're kind of consolidating, starting to get maybe some steam and momentum for another leg higher. All right. You're welcome, Frizu. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. We're going to turn off initial balance here. Okay. So same kind of deal. starting to break some structure on the left-hand side here that would indicate that maybe we have another leg higher, maybe back up to the highs. 55.82 looks pretty ripe for me as a target, okay? 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, we're above settlement price, okay? We're going to go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile, okay, to give us a little bit of visibility. But I think we probably know the answer where we stand with respect to volume profile, and that is, let's see, right here. Drag this across to this here. It's above, right? It's above. So we opened right at or just above value area high, okay? Just above value area high. So similar to NASDAQ, ES is also looking quite bullish. We have a developing Maribozu candle. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my my initial balance. There's my initial balance range, relatively, strong range. I'm going to go ahead and draw my ADR levels. We're about to hit the ADR high here. So let's call out and see what these levels are. Okay. So ADR high here is at 55, 54, 55, 54, 50, I think it was. Is that right? 50, yes. Okay, ADR low. Where is that? Well, down here. That is 55, 11, 75. Okay, 55, 11, 75. Now, guys, if I'm off by a quarter point here or there, is that important? If as I'm kind of eyeballing these levels, is it extremely important if I'm off by a quarter point or two? Do I trade with a scalpel? Do I trade with a butcher knife? Scalpel or butcher knife? Come on, guys. I know it's been a long session. Scalpel or butcher knife? I trade with a butcher knife. Okay. I don't trade with an X-Acto. Okay. All right. Settlement. Let's close this out, guys, because I think I've lost half of you. 55.37. Yes. Butcher knife. I don't trade with a scalpel. So as I'm identifying these levels, if I'm off by a quarter point or two, is not a big deal, right? Because the level still remains a level, right? Because the train doesn't stop on a dime, right? It stops in an area. Okay, that's an area. 55, 55, 54, 50 is an area. 50, 55, 51 is an area. All right. Let's go ahead and open up ASR here. All right. And let's call this, go through our hypos and call this a session. 55, 57, 50, ASR high. And then we have ASR low, and that is 55, 23, 50, 55, 23, 50. Okay. All right. So hypos, well, the same ones that we talked about. This area right here could provide me a reversal in price, right? We're coming up on an ASR level, could offer me a reversal in price. I'm just not going to randomly place a bearish trade as I'm witnessing some of the strongest candles that are available in the candlestick dictionary. This is not a candle that I want to fade, right? Even though I'm coming into an area that could provide me a reversal, all right? So again, value area high, IB low, good area for me to participate in a potential long. This area here from yesterday, ASR high from yesterday, could also be an area for me to participate in a long. Okay. As I mentioned before, we need to look at a higher time frame to locate some areas to potentially fade this market, right? I'm not seeing it right now. These candles are far too strong for us to fade. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the 4-hour, all right? But we need to be looking at levels like 55.77, okay, as the next reasonable location if we're going to look at it from a supply and demand perspective, as the next reasonable location to participate in a short. Okay. That is the next reasonable location. Up until then, we have to look to the long side, because what are we doing? Well, we're breaking structure to the upside. Okay. We're breaking structure to the upside. All right, guys. I am, wow, 15 minutes past time. This was a marathon session, guys. I do apologize. But hopefully you got something out of it. All right. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully something that you can take into the markets. And if so, I'd encourage you guys to hit the like button, right? Subscribe to my channel, make some comments, tell me how I'm doing, share a joke, anything. Engage with me, okay? In social media in any way possible. On Twitter, on YouTube, make a comment or two. All right. With that, I'm going to wish you guys to to trade safely, to trade well, to trade like a pro, and be a market trader. Thank you, Alejandro. Have a good, excellent trading session. I'm going to be looking to see if I find some opportunities that where I can buy some shoes for my grandma. Okay, and I'm sure there's probably others in this room trying to do the same. All right. All right, guys. You too, Alejandro. Best wishes to you. God bless. All right, guys. See you later.